Hi, I'm Swati Prakash from Earth Healing Network. My website is www.earthhealingnetwork.com and my YouTube channel is at Earth Healing Network. Please subscribe and join me in raising the vibrations of this planet, the frequency of love and light, which is also called Ascension. I'm a spiritual coach and ascension coach who helps people, helps the planet in the best way I can through my time, through meditation, and through the works that I write, especially spiritual books, cards like oracle decks, spiritual messages, and books on veganism, which is because veganism is one of the most important moral baseline that we all must have if we want to raise our vibrations higher. I am first and foremost a teacher of spirituality. I have conducted several courses, workshops and seminars throughout in the country of India and also in UK, both in London and in Essex. I've been featured on several television programs such as Mano Yana Mano and in some Kya, in which my life story was covered. I have been featured in multiple episodes of UTV's Bindas channels, The Cha, in which I went to haunted houses and taught youngsters, teenagers, and growing adolescents how to combat negative energies and how to be fearless and positive. And I have written a number of columns in the media to teach people about nature and earth-based spirituality, astrology and tarot for motivational purposes. I have given seminars on ascension in London, where I promoted veganism in mind, body and spirit shows as a keynote speaker. I have attended various Cubes of Truth and Freedom Formations as an activist in London and Essex, where I live now, and I have also managed my own spiritual business in Essex, which was Ascension Universal Merkaba, which I taught meditation as part of Earth Healing Network. My work is primarily spiritual and mostly about educating people about moral values and ethics, because I think that is what spirituality totally revolves around. Spirituality is all about an inner change, a personal transformation, and for me it's really important for the planet, because we are one world, one universe, one consciousness. If we believe that we are all separate egos, we create conflicts, we create a world of competition, a world of illusion in which there is the illusion of separation, in which we are violent, aggressive, unhappy people trying to be one up on the other. We try to harm someone to go ahead in life, and that's not an attitude of abundance. That does not lead to prosperity, health, wealth and success for yourself either. To attract positive energy to yourself and to vibrate with energy of consciousness, of love, of light and all good things, you will create and manifest them out of your heart. If your heart is purified, if you're soulful, if you take some time to go within yourself and reflect upon who are you? Who are you? Are you just this body? Is the world just this world, this material world, or is there something that you don't see yet, which you are made of? Because science has not yet found the answers. Ask yourself who you are. Ask yourself where you are from. Are you from this world, or are you just in this world temporarily? And once we awaken to our true spiritual nature, isn't it impossible to not be vegan? Isn't it impossible to not be kind-hearted. So please do download my absolutely free works from earthhealingnetwork.com. About me, I went vegan long after I started my spiritual journey, simply because I didn't know what veganism is. I hadn't heard about the word vegan, and I started my spiritual journey very early in life when I was 10 years old, when I discovered that we all have some inner powers. We can focus upon our inner powers and we can create, we can manifest our reality. Since then, there were lots of turns in my life. I had braved the death of my father, late Colonel C. Prakash, who had a public relations agency in Mumbai, CP Communications. I was handling public relations for really big conglomerates from the real estate businesses and various charities, various personalities, various corporates. And I felt that as such, being a spiritual person, I was living a double life. On one side, I was constantly learning and practicing astrology, tarot, healing, Reiki, and how to be positive, how to give positive messages to people, how to manifest reality, spells, Wicca, which is a great, beautiful part of nature in which the basic core message is harm none, do as you will. And even as I practiced that, I wasn't aware of what veganism is. I really hadn't heard about it. So I hadn't any idea about whether there is something called plant-based or vegan and how to be a vegan. So since that time that I started working professionally in 2002 after my father's death, I slowly changed myself because I went through many spiritual realizations. When I was 28 years old, I left the public relations world of media and journalism to start my own spiritual store, Magic. And there I started what is called the global Wicca tradition, which means teaching everybody about ethics, about why it's important to follow the Wiccan read, and it harm none, do as ye will. That means do whatever you wish to do, have your free will, as long as you don't try to intentionally and deliberately harm someone unnecessarily, if you can avoid harm. Now this is something that I found is so close to veganism, and I'm sorry that I had no idea there is something called veganism even at that time. So as time rolled by, I came to UK because I was moved here from India, from Mumbai, where I was renowned, where I was known to people, into a new place where I didn't know anybody in London. And what I did was, I was a mother. I was a new mother. I had just had a baby, so I was looking after my baby, taking a break from career, doing lots of meditation, and really writing books about spirituality, where I found that it's really important to be vegan. I just discovered it on my own because I started gardening, and when I started gardening, growing plants, I realized that it isn't fair to keep animals in any farm for their milk, even for being vegetarian. It's not necessary to use animals in any way, because look at the plants and see how resilient they are, see how they grow, how I could shear them, I could cut them, I could take the fruits away, make all kinds of food with them, and never feel that they are hurt, because I'm so intuitive. Had there been any pain or suffering involved, I would have felt it. And all my life was dedicated to harming as less as possible, preferably to harm no one if possible. So for me, being a vegan was a very natural transition. The moment I heard about the term vegan in the UK, And this was so late, it was about 2014, that I woke up and I realized that that's who I actually am. That's what I was actually seeking throughout my life, a realization that we must be against all forms of evil. Prior to that, I've been fighting against various evil energies personally too, as well as professionally, against any kind of black magic, evil, negative energies, how to remove negative energies, how to cleanse your aura, how to keep yourself protected from harm, and how to be a positive, good person who only has good energy within, how to send good energy outwards, heal others, including animals. And I really loved animals. I adopted lots of strays. Sadly, in my relationship after my marriage in 2011, I had numerous difficulties in being vegan. My ex-husband was very against it, and he was really, really against the idea that I was being plant-based and very sattvic in my lifestyle and diet, because I was vegan and I was also Hindu, and I really, really believed in sattvic lifestyle and yoga and purity of mind and your habits, cleanliness, and that's what I called godliness or the goddess. I believed in the goddess. I believed in energy, Shakti, universal energy, universal consciousness, which is Shiva as one. And this is when I felt that I was being pulled down by my ex. I was being asked to give up on my core beliefs in non-harming, to give up on my career, to just change my habits and to cook non-veg food for them, from me who was virtually a frugivore, who was hardly eating a few fruits a day and being totally happy, who was in absolutely no sort of love with food, leave alone meat and dairy, but who didn't know that dairy is wrong or evil. I was always attracted to plant-based foods since I went spiritual in 2002 or so, and slowly and gradually I was transforming, but I was not allowed to. So when I was in UK, I went vegan. I did plenty of meditation, possibly 3 hours a day, even as my little child slept, my baby, and then I would look after him, meditate and grow plants and prepare food in the kitchen with what I would grow, and also buy plant-based milks and plant-based ingredients, and discovering ways to live plant-based with recipes. However, I had not watched a single documentary as yet, and therefore I was not a vegan activist. I used to think that it's a personal choice and some people are just not ready for the shift, just not ready for the transformation. Let them awaken on their own. I can't push my beliefs on them, neither can I push my beliefs on my family members who are my relatives from my husband's side. And I educated them, but I couldn't transform them. So I don't take that as my failure just as yet, because I still continue to write my books and increase knowledge. I have survived personal crisis, been homeless in a new country, UK, left my past behind and moved on gracefully, been through struggles and hardships, but I have never left my primary nature, which is core values, ethics, and a spirituality that is heart-centered, that is based on truth, that is based on kindness, and that is based on non-harming and being a positive person, manifesting a better reality around us, a better planet, because we deserve it. I wish to have a beautiful earth to live upon, a beautiful planet which is vegan, and I hope you join me in this cause. And I hope this inspires you. And welcome to Earth Healing Network.